Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? Sorry for that. Some stuff I wanted to talk about was Keemstar and DSP. So, if you haven't heard, Keemstar was offered by DSP to be on either his show or DSP show. Now, if you haven't known, or you haven't really looked into it, DSP has been kind of going through a bit of a redemption arc where he's been, you know, gaining more fans, gaining more um, uh, you know, more money and so on from the Kino Casino. With I think I didn't talk about too much, but I'll touch on it now. That the Kino Casino has been kind of promoting Keem and been bringing him more and more on their show, and from there been able to, he was able to get a better audience, and I think because of that, it's helping him grow. But um, Keem did a show like tonight. Well, obviously when I upload, this will be a whole different time, but my point is, oh, and before I forget, it was like a member only, so I had to go to the hassle of. I had to go to the hassle of getting memberships. I was like, all right, Keem, you dickwad. But it was worth it. I think it was pretty worth it in my opinion because you got to see Keem in a different light. And though I would say first thing for the beginning part of that show was crap, bad signal, but it got better as time went on. It was really more him reacting and responding to DSP. And though I know there is a lot of tension between them and DSP, blocking Star with it's hilarious. As time go on, as time went on throughout the show, and Keem was kind of ragging on him, correcting him, and obviously he was frustrated, but he was also drunk. But it is funny to see that now Keem and Akeem, that DSP, is willing to be on a show, but he made him two offers, and it was hilarious watching DSP, not DSP, hilarious watching Keemstar respond to DSP offer. Right, it was the most funniest power move I could ever imagine. I was just dying laughing. So, what was the first offer? You may be asking. Well, the first offer was DSP was willing to go on Keem's local live show for $50. What was the original offer? Keem offered to DSP to be part of local live at the full time member. Obviously, that didn't work out. We ended up getting Boogie and um, Wings and Tommy C, but Tommy C's gone. Now we have obviously now their spot is filled by Keem for the meantime. But I think it's pretty good. I think honestly I do like Keem as a better host. At least until they find somebody that can wrangle everybody in, which is what I want. But as we speak right now, um, and now obviously Keem could afford it. It's kind of ridiculous he couldn't, but he can easily afford 50K. And Keem was kind of pissed off and mad about it. And it's like you can easily tell that he was very frustrated. And right after that, then DSP gave him a second offer was to be on his show for free, but he had to do it professionally, and it was the most funniest thing because then we had to watch 20 minutes of Keem laughing and having to rate DSP a professional message saying that he will accept an offer when and where, what time, that he would be willing to go on to DSP show, and that was the most funniest thing. Um, Now, I think I'll cover this here and now. I'll get back to it later, but I'll cover it here and now. I know DSP has a rough history, and the detractors are pretty much annoying. That anytime they'll get their rag on Phil, and that rightfully so at times, because Phil is a beggar. He's the richest beggar on the internet, even on the world, right? But at the same time, you have to be willing to give people a second chance. Now, maybe this is more, again, I don't want to get into my own personal stuff, so I won't say much. But maybe this is more me wanting to give people a second chance and give them a redemption. Like, some people do deserve that. I think there is that case. But it's funny to see that this is happening here and now. And if this goes, through, it would be the best thing ever. Um, so, and again, if Phil plays this right, he will gain more money. He'll gain a better audience. He'll be out there, and even Keem like was correcting him, even giving him like, yeah, Keem was a bit of an asshole, but he was giving him, telling him like, hey man, this is what you gotta do. This is what you need to do. Like you gotta collab. Like I know people rag on DSP a lot. Heck, I would like to interview him myself. I would love to do something like that. Because I know a lot about the detractors, but also part of me is it's kind of detached from that. And to me, I look at it as like a lot of it's very childish. A lot of it's very childish. Like because when you look at it, DSP is a PDF. He's not he's not a killer. He's not really like a cheater or anything. Yeah, maybe he robbed his fans, but his fans are willing. It doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, people like to see Phil go nutty, so people are willing to pay for that kind of money. So to me, in the end, it's like, well, like you people are gonna pay him anyway, and if Phil keeps up his redemption arc, I guess people like to call, and I hate seeing things like that. He will be back on top. Um, I really think him collaborating with Kino Casino was the first step, and he was if he was to go further and collab with Keemstar, I think things will go okay. Things will get better. Um, and I think going back to the original topic point, I hope the collab does happen. I hope Keem and him tag, and hopefully that they can at least agree to come to an agreement where he's able to get on DSP onto lolcowlive every so often, like not every weekend, not every week, but like maybe every every month have him on like 2 or 3 times. I would love to see that. He'll make a killing. Like Phil will make a killing, but you know things are mysterious, so we'll wait and see what happens. That's not really I wanted to cover. I hope everybody have a good one and have a good night or a good day whenever I upload.